Alright guys, it's JoeyTLive, Leafs Talk, Life Talk, episode 24. Welcome, huge game tonight. Glad to be back on. I didn't do the show yesterday. Typically my show is on Sundays, but I'm not competing with the Super Bowl even though JT was singing at halftime. He took my initials and he took my spotlight for Sunday, so I didn't want to share that. Michael Diver, welcome to the show. Michael, long-time listener, 51st time caller. Guys, I got a special guest right now that I'm going to call into the show. You guys are not ready for this person. Let me give him a call right now. Oh, actually, before I get into that, please share this video, guys. I'm not going to get rich if you guys don't help me. Get rich or die trying, like 50 Cent said in this CD. That was only a good CD. Guys, JoeyTLive, Leafs Talk, Life Talk, episode 24. Please share this video. Tonight's sponsors, they're the reasons why the lights stay on in this place. It's Metalogics. They buy and sell scrap metal. We got OTR meals. They're the reasons why I stay in shape and my body is tight. They deliver me food, guys. You guys got to try this. OTR meals. They're fantastic. We got Vivo Transport, guys. They transport me from here to work every day. They got trucks across North America. They're amazing, amazing people. Call Timo. We got By Jesse and Joe Realtors, the best in the business. And we got Joey.Tomaselli at DenovaGroup.ca. Guys, I also do mortgages. I'm a celebrity. Work at Goldie. I do a lot of things, but the banks now, I'm going to get into it a little bit before I start my show. 20% of the people out there are not getting approved for mortgages. That's why you need someone like me. 416-553-5639. I have credit unions. I got everybody. I could even go to my dad and ask for a loan for you guys. That's how tight I am with Sovio right now, guys. Welcome, Mary Tomaselli, to the show. My little Balette sitting at home playing Candy Crush. All right, guys, I'm gonna give someone special a call tonight. We've been friends for a long time. Let's see what he's got right now up his sleeve. Hey, how are you? Guys, I want to introduce you to a longtime friend of mine. Sometimes I pray to God that he wasn't my friend, but he actually came into my life at 6 years old. Gaetano Scrolla, welcome to the show. Guy, how are you?
Not bad. And I wanted to say, even my mother prays to God. She wishes I wasn't her friend either.
Well, Guy, I know you don't know nothing about sports, but you know what? You're a personality. You are a walking billboard. I love you for that. Welcome to the show. First time, the check's in the mail and might not cash.
Checks in the mail. I want fucking dividends. Never mind the checks in the mail.
Watch the swearing, Gaetano. There's kids on Facebook. I know you don't know how to log on a computer. Because actually, Guy, before I start, why don't you tell them about your business, what you do? You know, there's about 2,000 people that watch this show now. You never know. They could use you. Why don't you tell everyone what you do?
Well, currently I'm in the tile and marble industry. We are the only company in Toronto that we offer an 8-year guarantee on all work. There's a website in Toronto called HomeStars. We are #1 on HomeStars for tile and marble installation. And I cannot give you a price over the phone because I want to see the size of your house before I give you a price.
That's amazing. You know what, Guy?
Listen, I think it was a good game tonight.
Okay, hold on. Listen, Guy, before you get into sports, let me start to show the way my show's been progressing over the last couple of weeks. I need this guy. So the only time you watched hockey was the actual movie Mighty Ducks. So let me get into this Kambata. We're gonna go over the last 4 games. I know you don't even know the last 4 days in your life, but it's been a good 4 days for you. Okay, the last 4 games, Guy. Last week they won 5-0 versus the Islanders. Okay, that's a team from New York. All right, it's actually a little close from Brooklyn, where actually I think me and you were born. Okay, so yeah, exactly. So Anderson had a shutout that night. Kapanen had 2 goals. Dermott, Marner, and Mateo. He's actually a third cousin of you, Mateo. He scored 2. It's a 5-0 shutout, Guy. Have you ever seen a game against the Islanders in your life?
Yes, I have.
You know, it's fantastic. Guys, I'm going to tell you a little short story about Kambata Gaeta. There was one time in grade 4, he invited me to a hockey game. He told me to be ready by 6 o'clock, and he told me he was going to pick me up. Guys, I got my uniform on. I was ready. I had the flag. I waited outside my steps, and guess what? Gaetano never came. And back then, you didn't... You didn't have cell phones back then. I couldn't get a hold of him, but yes, the next day at school, he paid for it. I think I put a fork in his thigh. But thank you, Guy, for bringing that memory back up to me. It was a fantastic day for the both of us.
Joey, I like you as a friend. Sometimes I wish you weren't my friend, but I like you as a friend. I think you're doing a great thing. I want to say hello to everybody. Compadre Nick, Joey Saponia, Sagi, Frank Capuro, Joey Capapolo. I want to say hello to all the boys over there.
Wow, Guy, that's fantastic. Your Italian's impeccable. So, guys, at least won 5-0 versus the Islanders. The next game was actually still in New York. 4-0 victory over the Rangers. McMuffin had a shutout. I think Guy had 3 McMuffins this morning. We had Hyman with 1, Marlowe, Hall, and JVR with the goal. Guys, back-to-back wins. Saturday night came along. I know me and Friday night, Kambata Gaitag came down to Goldie where I worked Thursday to Saturday. Guy, how do you feel about Goldie Lounge nightclub?
Listen, I basically, my mother had me inside of a nightclub. It was called Paparazzi back in the day.
Yeah.
Goldie and the people there, especially one gentleman, I love all the staff, but there's a gentleman there by the name of Reza. I swear to you on God, I got a Jag in a Benz and I would give him both my cars.
You know what? I would actually take one of the cars and run over your foot. But you know what? To agree with you, I do love Reza. I'd take him over you any day. But at the end of the day, you do make a good steak, so I got to keep you around in my life. But good point, Guy. I love seeing you at Goldie. No one walks in with authority. You hand out $50 bills like they're flyers. But at the end of the day, you promote your business. You part. Listen, guys, I'm going to tell you a little something before I get to the next Leaf game. Gaetano is a guy who, there's that new King Street pilot rule. You're not allowed to park on the street. You're not allowed to drive on the street. My man parks in front of the club, walks inside like he's John Gotti, fixes the tiles, has a nice ginger ale on the rocks, and he's out. I've never seen anything. With 2 brunettes, yes, sometimes blondes. You're definitely not racist. He definitely loves everybody. He's good to the staff. They love him. They just met him 3 weeks ago. I swear to God, I think they named Goldie after you because when they see your face, they light up, Kabata. That's for sure.
Listen, all kidding aside, it's a great club. You know, there's a certain type of clientele that goes there. Again, it's a wicked club, perfect clientele. The owner, resident, like, no words I could say. The staff.
So would you suggest people over like our age, 25 and older, coming by there for their birthday, anniversary, for some food?
I would suggest if you're 25 and older and if you like to have a good time, if you dress well, if you're an upscale person, definitely 100% Goldie is the place to be.
So you're saying you shouldn't go?
For a little short guy that looks like George Clooney, and he'll buy you a shot.
Ah, that's a good speech, Guy. Right now, your check's in the mail for sure. Okay, guys. Gaetano didn't see the game Saturday because he was trying on a suit for Goldie Saturday night, but we lost against Boston 4-1. It's probably the team, Guy. I know you don't know this, but you look good tonight. You're not even here, but I could see you through the phone. They lost 4-1 against a team that they probably will face in the playoffs. I know you've watched a lot of movies from Boston. I know you've seen that one with Leonardo DiCaprio, Jack Nicholson. You basically could recite every single line in every single movie. I don't even think Kambata Gaitag.
Because you stole the lines from me.
Listen, I don't even think you've had a normal conversation with somebody just because of that reason, Gaetano. You're a fan of mine. So they lost 4-1. They got outplayed, Gaetano, and like when we walk into a nightclub, they got outclassed because of us. You know, that's the way I look at it. They just didn't come up to play, Guy. I know you probably were not watching the game, but damn, you got a voice for radio, that's for sure. So
look at the damage you did tonight. In life, you got to win something, you got to lose something.
Wow.
Sometimes in life, you got to take 3 steps back to go 5 steps forward.
what happens if you're on an escalator? All right, guy, this is not your show, it's mine. So back to me. Tonight, what a game. Even Gaetano was watching it tonight, guys, while he was pricing 2 jobs. And again, guys, if you go on, it's Home Stars, Gaetano?
Yeah, it's Home Stars. Type in ABJM, Tile Incorporated. As I said, we're the only one to offer in Toronto an 8-year guarantee, and I offer my full contractor discount.
Wow.
If you want to buy your tile with me from a place called Olympia Tile, I offer 45% off and free tile delivery, which nobody does with the 8-year.
See, guy, I actually myself used to be in the tile business, and I had a 7-year guarantee. The way you just came here with that 8, It was unbelievable. Well, let's go over the game tonight before Gaetano takes over my show even more. They won 7-4 against Anaheim. I think Anderson got hurt. Come by. I don't know if you saw that while you were having, I don't know, Milano cookies tonight. He got hit in the head. I think he has a concussion, Gaetano. And I remember in grade 2 once, I threw you down the stairs on concrete, and I think you had a concussion that day too.
Can you stop telling people that story? I got a reputation to uphold over here.
Oh, that's not a lot to say right now, but I still love you. My whole family loves you. The Leafs won 7-4. Nylander, who's got 3 points tonight. Mateo, 2 goals. Marner, Leo's got 1. Guys, what I'm trying to say is the Leafs got to keep these 4 lines rolling. I don't like that Polak is back. What do you feel about Polak, guy? You don't even know who he is.
I think Proline is wicked.
Proline is wicked. Martin is still in the press box. Guys, we are going to be facing Boston. There's no way up. There's no way down. Guy, did you actually watch the Super Bowl yesterday?
I actually went to a very, very dear friend of mine. His name is Nick.
I'm your only friend. Okay, keep going. What happened?
And I was there. There was about 30 men, and we ate like kings, porchetta, suprasad, everything. And the last that we had there, as soon as I walked in there, Mr. Tomaselli, I had the place on fire.
Yeah, you probably lit a match. That's probably why. But the guy, that's another great story, guy. There's no party unless Tomaselli's there. Guy, why don't you tell him about my presence when you walk in the Goldie? Do a PG rated, please. Keep it down. My mother's watching tonight right now, okay?
Your presence? This guy, if I called him an Anaheim slut, it would be an understatement.
Guy, I just finished telling you. Watch your mouth. My mother's watching. You use the S word. Talk about my presence.
I love you, Mr. Tomaselli.
Talk about my presence, my persona. When you walk in there, you know I do mortgages. You know that I do the show. But when you walk in there, doesn't it feel like Bronx Tale when Colagino goes and sees Sonny? Do you feel like Colagino when you come see me?
No, I'm more like Sonny and you're
Yeah, for
I don't like driving a reverse
you know who you are. You're De Niro riding the bus. That's who you are, okay? You're riding the bus telling a working man is a sucker after you smack me.
I have a lot of enemies in my life, and I have a lot of friends in my life. But this gentleman over here, for all you people listening, if you deal with him with the mortgages, if you deal with him with anything in life, he is a very, very sincere person. He is a very, very intelligent businessman. And Joey Tomaselli is definitely the type of person that he will help you for your goal 110%.
Wow, guy, that I got $20 in my wallet. I'll send it to you in Mississauga right now.
He's your 20, bro. I wipe my ass with brownies.
Okay, relax. You just finished telling people how amazing your business is now.
I gotta go downtown.
You gotta go downtown. Okay, so basically, guy, I know you don't watch the Super Bowl either because you were lighting that house on fire yesterday with all your jokes. The Super Bowl was won by Philadelphia, guy. I don't know if you saw the news. The streets were crazy. Kevin Hart, Rocky Balboa, which is Sylvester Stallone. Everyone was going nuts. Congratulations to the city of Philadelphia, guy. They were going crazy where the cops were cheering just as loud as you when Italy won in 1990. They did not care, guy, but I want to let Philadelphia know I'm happy for you guys. If the Leafs win the cup, you're not going to see anything close to what we can do, guys. I'm telling you. I will put Guy over my shoulders like he's my son, and we'll run down Yonge Street. I probably will go naked with you, Guy. No lies.
Are you kidding? They're gonna call me Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank. I don't know, Guy. This is something personal, too. I don't know. I'm afraid to ask you this, but we grew up around manly fathers. Very strong individuals. Probably could wipe out an army by themselves. I don't know if you've seen that thing on the news. Do you know who Tom Brady is? I'm not talking about Bo Brady from Days of Our Lives. I'm talking about Tom...
Yeah, with the Falcons, yes.
He's actually with the Patriots, but you're getting there.
Whatever.
He's a quarterback. But, Guy, I'm not asking you to know the sports. You're not on the show for your knowledge of sports, okay?
I appreciate
This guy was lying down and it was videotape, and he called his son into the room to give him a kiss on the lips. But then the son left. He goes, I want a better peck than that, and the kid gave him a longer kiss on the lips. Now, our fathers, the only thing they gave us on the lips was a 5-finger sandwich and they gave us a lot of love, but I'm not saying what he did was wrong, everybody. I'm not trying to get political. Gaetano, how do you feel about something like that?
I don't think there's anything wrong with a father and a son showing expressions to each
He's 12 years old.
Maybe, maybe there's some things that you shouldn't do on camera because some people might take it the wrong way.
Absolutely, and I think that shouldn't have been shown on camera. At 12 years old, I believe you're in your third year of grade 7, but you know what? You were coming into your own that third year, and I don't see someone like me and you with our fathers. Well, I kiss my dad on the cheek every time I see him, no doubt. But there, 100%, he could be doing anything. I'm kissing my dad, giving him a hug on the cheek. We never were a family to kiss on the lips. And again, that's a preference of a family. I don't think I would ever do it with my son, but I've never had a son, so what do I know? But he's getting a lot of flack right now, Gaetano, about kissing his son on the lips, and I think
you should leave him alone. You gotta understand something, Joey. Misery loves company, and there's a lot of people out there that are just miserable. They can't even look at themselves in the bloody mirror.
Wow.
Like I said, misery loves company. Jealousy comes in many, many different forms, and maybe they're looking at this beautiful father, whoever he may be, the beautiful son, whoever he may be.
No, very successful man, guy. Won a lot of money. He won a lot of Super Bowl titles. He's married to a model. Like, this guy is the cream of the crop.
I don't care about the model. I don't care about his 8 rings. Family and respect is number one in life.
Wow. Look at this guy, eh? What movie did you watch tonight, guys? Switching topics. Well, you're a movie for...
3 types of humor.
3 types of humor. What?
3 types of humor with Russell Crowe. They got some cigar.
Was it good?
It was a cowboy movie. Cowboy movies are top notch.
Oh, you're just like my dad. He loves Wayne over there, whatever that guy's name is. Well, that's what I want to talk to you about, guy. That was some very good input. That was very nice to see how you felt about that gentleman. You're right. Stuff like that shouldn't be filmed. I don't believe Brady kissing his son should be anyone's business. At the end of the day, who you kiss on a Saturday Night Gaetano shouldn't be filmed. That's for sure, and it's not. Thank God. Thank God, because then me and you, I'd be off the air, and who knows where you would be. Probably somewhere in Nevada.
I would have to hire the grease bag to get the fight beat.
Well, Guy, another thing I wanted to talk to you about, we're getting older. Me and Guy knew each other since 1986. The first time I ever met him, he came into the hallway. He just got a Ferrari jacket for his birthday. He did a little fake spin like he was on Dancing with the Stars, and he goes, "Look at my new Ferrari jacket." I was eating a Twinkie, and I'm looking at this guy, and I go, get the hell out of my life right now. We've been friends for 31 years after, but Guy, I have to tell you this. I have a beautiful niece. She just turned 16 years old.
Yesterday. Congratulations.
Where has the time gone, Guy? I would even let you drive me in a car, even though I have let you drive. I can't see my niece driving me around in a vehicle that's going over 100 kilometers per hour. I remember walking around in a stroller. I know you got nieces and nephew who are, what are the age, Gaetano?
Basically the same thing, 16, 17, around there.
It doesn't make sense. I remember I was finishing high school. You're on your 4th year of construction at that age, so it was definitely different times for us. The kids and the phones. I could imagine, Kambata, you with a phone in high school, walking around.
Back then was pagers. I had 2 pagers.
2 pages, 1 for each hip. That's amazing. Wow, that's
No, 1 for each bitch.
Oh, easy, Gaetano. This is
I'm
a piece.
sorry, people. I'm sorry.
Well, you could be talking about a dog, because they do call dogs bitches too. So you never know if you had 2 pit bulls growing up and you had to page them to tell them where to go.
Talking about dogs.
We're talking about dogs. Well, like I said, Kambata, I have a niece. She's 16. Anytime she goes on a date in the future, I am sitting between them. You're sitting behind us just in case I fall asleep. I know you'll do a number on that guy and vice versa.
Joey, do you remember what I almost did for you when I was 16? Imagine what I would do for your niece.
100%. Well, Guy, you're fantastic. Your business is blowing up. You're doing really well in the city. Working out of Mississauga. You've done a lot of great jobs, guys. Again, what is the name of your company again, Kambata?
ABJF Talent Incorporated. And if you live in the downtown area and you like to see some of our work, you're more than welcome to come by the Hazelton Hotel in Yorkville. And there's a hotel on BMO Field. That's all of our work also.
Wow, that's good stuff, Guy. You know, the teachers always said to us, Guy, we weren't really the school people. And now I know Gaetano runs his own business. I'm a mortgage agent. I wish we could go back and look them in the eye and say, get on your knees and tell me you love me, just like that scene in Home Alone.
Believe me. You don't leave me, Maggie. I need you.
I remember teachers not liking me and Gaetano. You know what it was, Gaetano? They didn't realize charisma didn't get you grades, but it gets you somewhere outside the school. And I'm not saying you don't need the books, guy, because we'd be in trouble if that was the basic truth. Is you could get by in life if you know respect. You could talk to people and basically use your charm, but you got to have a trade. Your trade is you run a successful business. You know the tile industry inside and out. I have the mortgage world. I've always loved numbers. People that don't know that about me, you can attest to that. Always like breaking down stats, whether it was for sports. So now finding a solution for a family, getting them in a monthly budget, making sure they get the new mortgages. Because, Guy, I don't know if you've heard in the mortgage world, I know you watch a lot of movies, but the banks are denying 20% of mortgages that they were now, that they were basically doing 20% more business, say 3-4 months ago. It's a lot harder to get mortgages. And I know you own the Casa Loma, the castle downtown. You own about 20% of that, so that doesn't apply to you. But it is what it is. Guy, I wanted to ask you some personal questions too, and I know me and Ralph have talked a couple times in the show. I know you're still single, you're 37. I think both of our mothers have given up on us, but at the same time, they do love us, and we are polite. It's not, we don't ever disrespect the other gender, that's for sure. Do you use dating sites? What do you use for your plan of attack?
To be honest with you?
Yeah.
I just use my chart. No dating sites, no nothing. Because for all I know, it's going to be a beautiful picture, and then the linebacker's going to come to the door.
Well, you do not know who Tom Brady is, so you probably wouldn't know who came to the door, too. So that's another good point. Do you see yourself getting married one day, Kambada? God knows I'm not coming to that wedding. I'll be on a vacation for sure.
I think at this day and age, no. I don't see myself getting married. Do I see myself having a couple kids? Maybe. For all I know, I already got a couple. But to get married today, there's a lot of bad guys out there, but there's also a lot of bad girls out there. So if I see myself getting married, truthfully, no.
Well, I think, you know what it is, Guy, and my dad always said this. And again, I'm not getting political saying who's wrong, the girls, the guy. I ain't getting into that. But you know what it is? There's a social media, even though I'm using it to exploit my show, it's too much temptation out there, I think, for everybody. And people like our parents that would go through thick and thin together because it was a different... It was a different grind back then. And I really believe when our parents' generations leave, this world is in trouble. Like, I'm telling you, like... my grandparents are no longer here. They were in a class all by themselves. But when our parents leave, and I hope they live for another 40 years, this generation underneath, say our sisters and our brothers, I believe they're in big trouble. There's no lack of
respect. There's no more value. There's no more. If you tell, I'll give you an example, okay? If you tell a girl, hey, we're having a bad week this week, you can't buy that Michael Kors purse. They're out the door, bro. There's no more, don't worry about it. We can work through this together. No, today it's, like I said, there's no more respect. There's no more value for friendship. There's no more value for any type of a relationship between two human beings.
Oh, it's a lot tougher, Guy. And
I'm sorry, but I have to say it. I blame the parents. Because if you bring up your kids with respect and this and that or whatever it may be, they're going to keep that with them.
No, I totally agree. I definitely agree too. And you got to look at it this way. My dad and your dad did not have a phone with 4,000 people they were following on Instagram, liking models' pictures. My dad was working a 14-hour shift, came home to a liter of wine that I had to go get, and I remember I had to pump it out of the tube because he didn't have the high technology, and it would spray on my face. But he would eat, go home, work for my mom. My mom took care of the family, thank God for her. I would still have a wrinkled shirt if it wasn't for every day. Made our lunches, took care of us, drove us everywhere. I'm not saying that the women don't do that now. Now it's a different lifestyle. Everyone's working. They don't have time for each other. It's just crazy to see because, there's a stat right now, Guy. 1 out of 2 people are divorced. It's good for me because I could do 2 mortgages, but at the same time, I'd rather do 1.
Yeah.
No,
to be honest with you, all kidding aside, it's very, very sad.
It is very sad. But the fact I'm doing 2 mortgages when a divorce happens, Guy, that's double the commission, but it hurts. It hurts my heart as I do have a big heart, Guy, and I know you wanted half of it because the doctor said you didn't have a heart, and I was willing to give you half of my heart. But at the end of the day...
Not to interrupt you. Do you remember a little while ago you were in the cares? Like, I was her other illegitimate son.
I know.
And I saw the nurse and one of the doctors. I said, you see that guy in there? He goes, yes. I said, you guys better make sure he walks out of there alive.
So, guys, here's a story about that. I had major neck surgery in St. Michael's Hospital. Got this tattoo of St. Michael's in respect to the way they took care of me. Major neck surgery. They told me I had a 40% chance of either getting paralyzed or dying. I said that was my average and guys' average in high school, so that looks pretty good to me. So I told the surgeon, let's do the surgery. I was in surgery. Kambata comes there, puts the towels down.
You know how I feel about money.
He left money on the table to come there. He sat between my parents. The surgery was only 45 minutes long, but I was fatal at one time during the surgery, and I swear I was knocked out, but I felt your hand on my head said, don't leave me, Maggie, like in Donnie Brasco. You did not want me to go. You were Johnny Depp, and you told those doctors, please don't kill the love of my life, Joey Tomaselli, and I'm still here today.
I thought it, yes, sir. You ready would have happened to you? St. Michael's would have been short 2 nurses and 2 doctors. You would have been like a pig farm in Northville.
You know what? You couldn't stick around after the surgery, but I know my parents told me you were there, and that's why you're on the show today. I just made you famous. I think you're already famous in my eyes. You don't have, like, guys, I don't think you have a friend like my friend Gaita, Kambata Gaita. He's actually a Kambata, but he's never confirmed anyone in my family. Or to...
Listen, Joey, I appreciate the kind of words, but you know as well as I do, as good as I am good, I can also be very bad.
Ooh, what are you, the big bad wolf? Who the hell do you think you are? Listen, guy, that sounds like a movie clip. I think you just watched another movie and you have one earpiece on listening to the movie, one earpiece talking here.
Yeah, I got 18 hours playing in my condo.
You know what? This guy, he doesn't know anything about sports, but he's the only friend of mine that was on the Toronto Sun in 1990 for being on cover of the Sunday Sun. He knew the right time to go on that thing, and he was... I was the only time I was jealous of you in my life is when you were on the Toronto Sun. I was very jealous of you, and it was tough to see. Imagine me coming back from summer school, everything's done. I come in and I think everyone's gonna talk about me, and they see you and everyone. You're handing out the first page of the Toronto Sun to everyone. I swear to God, I didn't know how to whack someone out back in 1990, but I was very close to hiring someone to do it for me because I was very jealous of you. I still
remember what it said. That sinking feeling reflects on a young Italian fan on Italy's defeat, July 4th, 1990.
I have that sinking feeling every time you leave Goldie, and I know exactly what you mean. Well, Kambata, it was a pleasure having you on the show. I would love to have you more. I understand that you probably eat steak twice a day, and God bless you for...
No. I cut down a lot, bro.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. I've never had as much steak when I hang around you. How about that? Is that something?
That's better.
Okay, well, you go have some Milano cookies. I know you're a big fan of those, and I'm going to go have something that's not Milano cookies because I live on my own, and you do too. God bless you, Kambata. Welcome to the show.
I want to say hi to everybody again, listening and watching the show.
Is there a number they could reach you for the towels, guy? Is there a number they could reach you for the towels? Website?
Absolutely. My number is on 25 hours a day. You can contact me personally.
You know there's 24 hours a day though, right? They just want to double check that with you.
Well, money doesn't sleep, so neither do I. So you can reach me 25 hours a day. My number is 647-378-0543.
Wow, Kambata, just the way you say it, you sound like Casey Kasem. God damn it. You're fantastic. You know that. Guys, another side story, guys. We grew up in the middle of nowhere. It was called Casamore. One time, Gaetano, he was Johnny Carson before there was Johnny Carson. I don't know how to explain it. And I remember Mrs. Radigan. I don't know if she's still alive today or not. And you were just on, like, you know how you were on fire at that friend's house that I wasn't there to even witness it, but you were going off. And she gave you a cinque right across your face. I was standing right beside you. You looked at her like, I really thought there was going to be a fight. But you held your composure. You walked away. And I think I've never seen anything like that in my life. You took a cinque, like a 5-finger sandwich, and you ate it, man. But you know what? This happened today. like you say in the movies, half her body would be in Niagara Falls, half would be in Wasaga Beach.
No, she's a female. Just thank God she wasn't a guy, or else believe me when I tell you, no poke about it.
I have no idea what you're saying, but I remember that smack like it was yesterday. And there's many times we have a love-hate relationship, me and my friend, and people actually don't think we're friends because when I see him, I actually tell him I want to throw him down the stairs, and people will stop him and be like, "Are you and Joey friends?" He's like, "Yeah, I love him." But and we love to tell you, you have that one friend where you're just like, I just want to poke you right in the eye, and I want to make sure you don't see. I want to make sure you don't see for the rest of your life. He's my friend, and that's all that matters. At the end of the day, when the Leafs win the cup, even though you can't name 3 players, but who cares? You don't want to name 3 players. You're still coming to the party, Kambata.
Joey, listen to me very carefully.
Oh, I'm always afraid when you say those. That line there scares me.
The devil himself is not allowed to touch you unless he comes to see me, certain people in Highway 7 and West of the Road, and he asks for permission.
Wow, I don't think the devil would come to that meeting. Well, Gaetano, thanks for coming out tonight. Can't wait to see your dress shirt this weekend at Goldie. Guys, if you come Thursday, Friday, Saturday, my man looks like Dean Martin. It's unbelievable. He comes in there with class, sits down, and he just runs the bar. Well, Gaetano, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, my love. Okay, we'll talk soon, all right?
All right, everybody have a good night. And again, if you need anything to do with tile or marble, contact Gaetano Scarola, area code 647-378-0543, or on homestars.com, type in ABJN, tile and marble. Please read all our reviews and look at all our pictures.
Wow, you should sell diamonds because you're a diamond in my eye, that's for sure.
I just sell snow to an Eskimo. We both know it.
All right, Kambata. Have a good night and don't watch too many movies tonight.
Thanks, Jim.
All right.
I'll see you soon, brother.
Take care, buddy.
Good night, everybody.
Well, guys, I always like to bring different people on the show. That guy's been with me since 1986. I'm going to call my co-host. Let's see if he's alive and well right now. Let's see what he's up to right now. So, guys, again, going back to the Leafs, big show, Super Bowl. Ralph Spataro hopefully answers the phone call right now. Doesn't look like it. He's probably doing something right now. Well, guys, any questions right now? We got Daniela Volce asking a question. People get divorced too easy. No one cares about hurting the family. Yeah, it's very true, but it's also if they don't get along, maybe it's better sometimes for the family. I feel like Dr. Phil right now, guys. Ralph Spataro's not in the house. The Leafs look fantastic, guys. I can't wait for the playoffs. The Raptors are sitting pretty. Right now, they're like, I believe, 1 game behind the Boston Celtics. They play tomorrow night. If the Raptors want to be the best team in the East, they do have to come out on fire, and they have to win that game. We got Javinks training, I believe, in Florida. TFC is looking to go back-to-back. Leafs look fantastic. I know I'm watching the game right now on the highlights. 7-4 victory ever since Babcock changed those lines the way it should be. David, welcome to the show. David, I'm expecting 2 playoff games from you this spring, and I'll remember that when the show goes off the air. They are going to play Boston Bruins, and I'm afraid we saw a little bit what Bergeron could do to Kambata Mateo. Bergeron is the best two-way forward in the game. I hate the Boston Bruins, but man, did he make Mateo look normal. That was the first defensive forward that made Matthews look like he was an average player, and he totally dominated, and they didn't even have Marchand. So I know the Leafs are playing Boston. Hopefully they get home ice. That's going to be one tough series. If they thought Washington was tough last year, I believe Boston's going to be just as tough. And if you don't know me, you probably will never get into goalie, so that's just as tough too. And guys, welcome again. This is episode 24. Thank you for coming, watching the show tonight, guys. Please like and share. Again, guys, I have a phone line. If you ever want to call in, talk about anything in life, that's why I'm here. It's JoeyTLive, Leafs Talk, Life Talk. I love my Leafs. I love going out. I love doing mortgages. I love my mom, all 4 feet of her. I love my dad, even though he hasn't laughed at one of my jokes in 37 years, but he loves me, and I love him too. Shout out to my niece, Cassie, for celebrating her 16th birthday. Zio loves you. I got some cash for you tomorrow. I didn't get to make it yesterday because it was snowing in Bolton, and my mother told me to stay home because she knows I'm her favorite and she doesn't want nothing to happen to me. Guys, well, thank you again for coming, watching the show. Joey T Live is out. Episode 25 next week, Sunday, 7 or 8 o'clock. It depends if Ralph answers his phone. All right, guys. Peace out.